That's how professionals drew it up. Hey everybody, this is Go Geronimo, and it's a new year. So a new year, a new build along. That's right. This is going to be a hickory-backed ash bow. You can get both of these woods from your Ace Hardware, because this is a hickory railroad pick that I have cut into little about 1/8 slices here to use for backing. This is an ash wheelbarrow handle. Okay, both of these really straight grain, and I will show you, if you want to go ahead and see how I split these in half with this table saw on this video right here. Now, I'm going to be splitting this in half, and I'm going to be splicing it together to make one long piece. And a lot of this is going to be like the red oak longbow build. If you haven't seen that, click here, alright? And some of it's not. You can get everything from the hardware store, except it's going to be, as I did on the red oak bow build along, I tried to give you as many options as I could of using hand tools and stuff like that. This one, not so much. You're going to need some things. Table saw is going to be one of them, and probably a jigsaw or a bandsaw, whatever you have, to cut some splices into this. And then pretty much you can, when you glue the backing on, and I'll show you how to do that, after that you can pretty much make it the same way as the red oak longbow build along. So I'm not going to go as in depth as I did. Hopefully if you don't see something here, you can see it in the red oak longbow series. But right now I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. So now I got two pieces. I'm going to cut kind of a triangle into one of them. Then I'm going to place it over each other, use that cut as a template, and that should pretty much get a good fit. We might have to file it, sandpaper it a little bit to get it in there really good. And then we'll drill it and put a dowel in there so it ain't going nowhere. Alright. Alright, there's the V I was talking about. What I did was I measured 3 inches down. Then from the width it was 1.5 inches. So then I put 3/4 into the middle. So 3/4 on each side makes halfway. Then I just drew lines from each of these sides down to the tip. I'm going to cut this out with a bandsaw. Now that I got that V placed in here, I'm going to use a file and make sure I got a really nice pattern all the way down, because when you're trying to get to the end, you can't get that sharp cut because of the bandsaw blade. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then, but while I'm here already, this is far past 72 inches. The two of them. Okay? Far past. So you, as long as you have 72 inches to work with, you can basically clamp it. You can clamp it by laying it over further than just to the edge. Makes it easier. Plus, it can help you keep this board as true as possible. Now, we're only getting it to the portion where we're going to start drawing on it for the rough draft, so we can straighten it up some more at that point. But just lining the sides down will make sure that it's still pretty straight and we can eyeball it. Yep, it will look good. I bumped it. Yes, that looks fine. And we still have, see, this is 36, this is 72, we got about a foot of board still left that we can use. And now what we're going to do with that is see if we can't get this portion in the smack dab middle of the bow. So you don't want to shorten it all the way down. You want some space to work with to get this part that we're splicing to the middle of the bow. That's where the bow's limbs, basically it'll be static there. The limbs move, the handle usually doesn't, as long as you're using a handle block, okay? Okay, so I took them apart and I filed this back down. Looks really good now. And I'm going to get me something to draw with. Ooh, trusty pencil. And I just eyeballed it one more time, make sure it is nice and true. True that, though. Use the other V as a template for this one. Hopefully we should have a good match. We'll cut this out with a bandsaw. Keeping in mind we need to keep longer than 72 inches so we can kind of find this middle later on. The other thing why is so you can hide it. You can put a front plate on the backing, and you know, put the handle block on, and it'll be pretty hidden. Almost never does it fit right off the bat. And this certainly proves it today. I did want to mention real quick, I want to get it on this video. I said you could use all hardware stuff. There is one thing that you'll need to buy, and it's some type of you can't use an Elmer's glue to back this bow. You need something. It used to be called the Uric 185, but it isn't anymore. That they've stopped making that. It's something else. It's Shore Bond or something like that. You can check it out at Three Rivers Archery. They have a smooth on which you can use, and then they have another one that's taken the place of uric acid. So I just wanted to mention that, so you don't continue on and you get to the part where I'm gluing the bow and find that you need one more thing. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this, get it together. Okay, so I got my two pieces. I filed them down. Took a little bit, drove me a little crazy, but they now sit in quite well. And still a little bit of imperfections, but the glue's going to fill that up, and we're going to be covering it. You're not going to see it anyways. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it first. I'm not going to put the dowel in there. I just don't want it to shift around or do anything silly. So I'm going to use this jack. I'm going to put it under the wood and then place it on one of my beams up here. And I'm just going to jack it up to hold a good clamp. Alright? Alright, so with a little garage ingenuity, I was able to clamp this together using a hydraulic jack and a beam on the roof. So now this is vertically up and downwards clamped, and I got the sides clamped as well. Got the glue running really good. So I'm going to end here and try to get this up for January 1st, huh? New Year's 2015. This will be my first bow build series for that time. And the next one I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole, put a dowel in it, plane the whole thing, and maybe possibly even back it. So stay tuned for that. Bye-bye. Click like, subscribe, share my videos. 2015 is going to be awesome.